Hello everyone, welcome to another news segment here on the channel. This time we'll be focused on Game Awards as it just happened this week, and also some news regarding launch games that happened this week as well. So let's start. For the first one we have the big news, which is Elden Ring wins Game of the Year in the Game Awards. Elden Ring won Game of the Year at the Game Awards this Thursday, however it wasn't without any controversy. It seems the event still has a long ways to go until it can truly be called unflawed, as a kid snugs up on stage along with Miyazaki and team to receive the award and makes a speech. Afterwards, he is then ushered by the security team to accompany them. Despite this moment, Elden Ring was unquestionably the best game of 2022, and will be featured on my list as well for the top games of 2022. The open world addition to the Souls formula clicked, and it allowed new audience to experience this formula, as overall Elden Ring was easier than previous FromSoftware titles. Now, second biggest announcement was Hades 2. As a big shock during the Game Awards, Supergiant Games, the developers of Hades, but also Pyre, Passion, Transistor, announced a direct sequel to everyone's favorite 2020 roguelike, Hades. This sequel will be following a new protagonist. If any returning characters are to be seen is still unknown. According to the developers, the player will be playing as the immortal princess of the underworld. He will explore a bigger, deeper mythic world, vanquishing the forces of the Titan of Time with the full might of Olympus behind you, in a sweeping story that continually unfolds through your every step back and accomplishment. Apollo and Zeus have been confirmed as bosses that the player will be able to fight. Hades 2 will follow the same business structure as Hades 1 and will enter the market via early access, eventually transitioning to a full release. The next big thing is Ken Levine's new game, which is called Judas. During Thursday Game Awards, Ken Levine's Ghost Story Games developer studio officially announced their new game called Judas. From the little gameplay footage we saw, it's possible to tell that it clearly seems like the spiritual successor to Bioshock, and the premise is the following: a disintegrating starship, a desperate escape plan. You are the mysterious and troubled Judas. Your only hope for survival is to make or break alliances with your worst enemies. Will you work together to fix what you broke, or will you leave it to burn? This seems to tease choices during story, which would increase replayability and make the Bioshock formula even spicier. Judas, the new narrative first-person shooter by Ken Levine, has no release date, but hopefully it won't be long until we all get to experience it. The next big news is FromSoftware next big game will be Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. It seems Elden Ring's success hasn't made FromSoftware any slower or lazier. Miyazaki and team are already hard at work on their next big title, which is called Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon, a sequel to 2012 Armored Core 5. All we got was a cinematic trailer, but I'm actually curious if FromSoftware will make this next Armored Core with a lot of focus on soul mechanics. It could be interesting, and it was definitely one of the most exciting announcements of the Game Awards. Then we have Sony doubling down on PC ports. It was a good night for PC gaming, as Sony announced that both Returnal and Last of Us Part 1 Remake were going to hit PC early 2023. Sony hasn't shied away from bringing more and more games to the PC platform, and recent sales successes with Spider-Man, God of War, and Horizon Zero Dawn has tipped the scales in favor of the PC community. The final question is, where the hell is Bloodborne? For the next one we got Baldur's Gate 3, which has just gotten a new release date. After years in early access, it seems it won't be long until Baldur's Gate 3 finally releases. Larian showed up at the Game Awards to release a new trailer, and along with it the release date of August 2023. It's gonna be one hell of a summer with the long-awaited release of Baldur's Gate 3. Other notable announcements from Game Awards. I wanted to highlight separately all the other announcements I mentioned before. The next few ones are still noteworthy and interesting, but it was almost impossible for me to unpack them all one by one. So, here we go. CDPR gave us a new look for Phantom Liberty expansion coming in 2023 and revealed the addition of famous actor Idris Elba. Dead Cells is getting a new exciting DLC in partnership with Konami. It will be called Dead Cells Return to Castlevania. Lords of the Fallen reboot keeps looking better and better, and hopefully Xworks Studio does a better job in portraying this gritty and dark world than Deck 14 did years ago. Horizon Forbidden West got a new DLC announcement. Remnant from the Ashes Gunfire Games development studio are hard at work on the sequel titled Remnant 2. Warhammer 40K Space Marine will get a new sequel in 2023. Immortals of Avium is a game published by EA Originals, which is a first-person shooter narrative game developed by industry veterans in Unreal Engine 5. Final Fantasy XVI, Diablo 4, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor, as well as Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, all got release dates and new gameplay footage. Don't Nod, the developers of Vampire, are hard at work on a new RPG called Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. And lastly, the anticipated Bandai Namco MMO Blue Protocol is coming in 2023 to the West. Lots of announcements, most of them exciting, and seems the gaming community has a lot to look forward next year. For the last piece of news, we have Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader Alpha and Path of Exile Forbidden Sanctum launch. Two games I was looking forward to massively have released this week, and that's why maybe schedule for videos has been a bit wonky this week. I plan to release my impressions on both the alpha for Alcat's Rogue Trader and the new Path of Exile Forbidden Sanctum League next week, so look forward to that. That's a wrap on the Quickfire weekly gaming news segment. Hope everyone liked it. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and let me know in the comments if these game announcements caught you off guard as well. Pretty exciting stuff overall. See you on the next one, everyone. Bye.